Welcome to this week's Techie Tip. In this week's session, we're going to talk about a neat little feature that Google Calendar offers called appointment slots. What can you use them for? Basically, you can block away a portion of your calendar or your day or week so that people can book time with you to review whatever it is that needs to be reviewed. For example, you could block time out every week for parent meetings, or if you're a building principal, maybe you're creating appointment slots for teachers to go over the evaluation process. If you're a teacher, perhaps you're creating appointment slots so that students can come in and get after-school help, or for whatever other reason the student needs to talk to you. So how do you create these appointment slots? They're pretty simple. First, you need to log into your account and select your calendar. You can do that through the Google Apps icon, or in your browser, type in calendar.google.com. Once there, you want to make sure that you are either on the day or week view screen for your calendar appearance. So the first thing you might do is actually click on the time that you want to have these appointments take place. So let's pick 3 o'clock, and what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that instead of choosing event, we're going to choose appointment slots. Once we've done that, let's click on Edit Details, and in the Edit Details, there's a bit of information here. Basically, they provide you some steps in which the process works, but what you want to do is simply click in a title, select the dates that you want this to happen, the time that you want this appointment slot to be available, and if you want to do this on a weekly basis, you can actually click the repeat button. Choose the weekly, repeat every week, or every 2 weeks, whatever you choose. You could also make sure that the event ends on a specific date. For example, you may want to make sure that this ends before the last day of school, maybe the last week of June, which would be June 13th. So you can actually repeat this event to a date that you think is appropriate. Once you've selected that, you click Done, and you can then choose how often or what the time block is, 30-minute sessions, 15-minute sessions, whatever you think is most appropriate, knowing that there's of course flexibility in everything that you do. Once you've done that, you want to save your event, and when you return to your calendar, you'll see that you have this icon and it has a little after school help. So the next thing we have to do is make sure our students or the people that we want to have access to these appointment blocks receive that. So if you click on the event and choose Edit, you'll notice there's a link here. So what we want to do is select that link. Let's make sure we really select the link. Right click on it and choose Copy. And let's save that, return to our inbox, and click Compose. And we'll make this process simple, and we'll just copy and paste the link in there. We'll send it to, we'll just send it to myself for this example. We'll, of course, add a subject. And in your message, along with the link, you could, of course, provide more detail regarding what this appointment slot or option is all about. And you click the Send button. So in a moment, we'll take a look at how that's received and what that process is. But as you can see, right now we have 4 slots available, 4 15-minute slots available in our after-school calendar. So let's minimize this browser and go to the other browser, and let me refresh this so that that appointment comes in. do it one more time because we know it's on the way. All right, so here we see our Nauset Educators appointment slots option. So if we open this, we notice that here's the link. So I've received this. If I were a student and I've received this in my email, I would click on this link and it would bring up a calendar. And it would say there are no appointment slots available in the time range shown. But if I click on this slot for April 4th, I see that I have a couple of options here. So I can select after school help, and it has my name in here. Of course, I can identify where. When I click the save button, this will actually put it in my calendar, and it'll also put it in the teacher's calendar. So we'll just minimize this screen again, go back to the original calendar, and now that I click on this, I can see that Barbara Lavoine has actually booked a time from 3:15 to 3:30 to get some after-school help. So that's as simple as it gets for actually creating appointment slots. So if it's a feature that you think would be handy for you in your classroom, I urge you to take advantage of this. It's a nice little techie tip.